since my hair has reached this length, there's absolutely hair everywhere in the office now. Absolutely everywhere. It gets all over the place, it gets all over the equipment and whatnot. Is that hygienic? Is that sanitary? I think it is. Is hair messy? No. Hair is nice and clean, isn't it? My hair is nice and clean anyway. I take good care of it. Yes, I do, little creature. Yes, I do. Okay, enough rambling. Let us have a little look, shall we? Let us have a little look. Oh, interesting features you have there. Some little creature features. Oh, sorry about that. It's a little bit. This magnifying glass, it's a bit old and clunky. Very interesting. I like what I'm seeing so far. I'm taking a good look at you, little creature. And I like what I'm seeing. Yes, indeed. Let me just double check though here first. Okay, let me just double check. There is one last thing that I do want to double check. Okay, one last thing that I do want to double check. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Okay. Let me just get set up so I can take notes efficiently. I must make every process and everything that I do as efficient as possible, not just time efficient, energy efficient. I don't want to waste energy moving things around and being disorganized. No. We must take everything seriously, make it as efficient and optimal as possible. We must optimize every process. Let me just check my notes though. Let me just check my little notes here. Okay, I think I'm ready to begin now. Let me get my little pen out. Excellent. Let's see, I think the first measuring tool that we shall use shall be the simple measuring tape. The nice bendy one. What is this? A tailor's tape? Is that what it's called? A tailor's tape? Maybe. That would make sense. It is optimal for tailors to use, isn't it? It's perfect because you can wrap it around things. Supremo, wrap it around things. Okay. Let us take a few measurements at a time, I think. And then I shall write those down, you know what I'm saying? Okay, little creatures, stay nice and still for me, please. Hang on a minute, I need to get this perfect. Okay, need to get this perfect. 3.2 there. Let's go 3.2 there. What's that in centimeters though? What is that in centimeters? 6 minutes. Okay. And let us see the equivalent measures in centimeters and millimeters in order to get any degree of accuracy. Let me just see. Let me do a little circumference. Okay, how's that? How does that circumference? 12 point. What is that? 12.4? Is that 12.4? Okay, let me write these down. Let me write these down. One moment, little creature. Okay, good. Going to take another little measurement now, okay, creature? I'm going to take another little measurement now. Wait a second. Okay, let's get it here instead. That's better, isn't it? That is better, isn't it? 70. 1.2, 71.2. Okay. It's okay if you move about a little bit. A little creature. A little creature. But try and stay still somewhat. But I know it is difficult, isn't it? Yes, especially for somebody like you. So small. Everything is like a giant uneven surface to you, isn't it? Everything is difficult to stay still, really, isn't it? Difficult to stay still. Let's see though, what about this little measurement here? Let's see actually what this angle is. 30. What is that? What is that? 38.9. Sorry, did I knock you there, little creature? Are you okay? Are you okay, little creature? Sorry about that. You're feeling okay then? Okay, good. Let me write those down though. Okay, good. Okay, little creature. Let's get back to measuring. Okay, let's have a little look at this measurement over here, shall we? A little look at this measurement. Okay, interesting. What about the equivalent measurement on the other side? What about the equivalent measurement on the other side? Okay, that's good. That's good. That's almost perfectly symmetrical. Little creature, are you aware of how symmetrical you are? That's actually wonderful. That's actually wonderful. Symmetry is like as close to perfection as you can get, isn't it? My little golden ratio creature. 1, 2, 3. Oh, are you my little golden ratio creature? My little golden ratio creature. Oh, wonderful. 117.2. Okay. Excellent, my little creature. Let me just get a better look, if I may. On this location here, this location here requires some very precise measurement indeed. Very precise measurement indeed. What the heck is that? Interesting features you have here. Some interesting features. They're a little bit out of shape. I might go so far as to say that these features appear. These ones. These features appear they're an unusual shape. It's not necessarily a bad thing though. No. Have you noticed, little creature, that sometimes these models, you know, these fashion models, these runway models, some of them, they are beautiful, of course, but some of them have unusual features, kind of like yours. Kind of like up here. You have a bit of an oddness to the shape of these features. Just kind of like the runway models. You know, the ones that maybe they have an unusual beauty to them. An almost ethereal, otherworldly beauty. An otherworldly beauty. That might be what you have here. Unusual, oddly shaped, otherworldly, beautiful features. Interesting. I'm not sure if it is a thing anymore, but there seemed to be a trend a while ago. Perhaps it is still current, I don't know. But there seemed to be a trend within movies and series and, actors. There used to be a lot of actors with their eyes quite far apart. Unusually far apart. It made them look like a fish. Some sort of amphibious version of a human being. But it certainly was not unattractive. If anything, it was beautiful in a mysterious and odd way. Maybe that's what you're like, little creature. I think you might be beautiful in a mysterious and odd way. Let me just see. Okay, I think for these features I shall use the classic yellow measuring tape, the metal one. Take a sniff of this measuring tape, little creature. Don't you think it smells a little peculiar? What do you think? I think it smells interesting. I would say pleasant. It smells pleasant, but it has a very distinct smell. One that I only really associate with this measuring tape. Maybe I associate it with, shop, with workshop environment. Maybe. Okay. Oh gosh, sorry, it's very clicky, isn't it? It's very clicky. Quite loud, actually. The clickiness sometimes is a little bit loud, isn't it? But don't worry, little creature, don't worry. I will make absolutely certain side. Have I got that correct? Sometimes I get a little bit confused between left and right and how it differs between people's perspectives, you know what I'm saying? Oh, interesting. Interesting. That is very interesting indeed. You are doing very well, actually, my little creature. Very well indeed. Staying still for me. And you're being so patient as well, so patient. Oh, you're so well behaved, aren't you? You're so well behaved. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. What is that? 89.1. 89.1. Interesting. Was that the circumference? Oh, what was it? 18. I remember. Good. My little creature, this is going very well indeed, don't you think so? Don't you think so, my little creature? I think this is going superbly well. Absolutely superbly well. I think I might actually be somewhat close to getting all the measurements that I really need, you know what I'm saying, my little creature? Obviously, the more measurements we get, the better, because then we can more accurately depict you. That's right. If I take enough measurements, I could even create a realistic 3D model of you. Wouldn't that be cool? Imagine what we could do with that 3D model. Could create all manner of animations of you. Could basically have you do whatever I want. That's peculiar. Interesting. Let's see though. There is still this little area down here, these features. Now these features aren't quite as odd as these. At the top, they're not quite as odd as these. At the top, the ones at the bottom here, they're actually a bit more normal, I would say, a bit more normal. Yes, indeed. But I do need to just... It is difficult for me to see because you are so small and I am so big. You know what I'm saying, my little creature? You know what I'm saying, my little creature? You're so small and I'm so big, so everything is a little bit difficult. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting, actually. Okay, my little creature. Okay, so we need to get these features here, but the curvature, oh, let me see there. Okay, what is that? So we're going from about 98.3 to 103.1. Going from 98.3 to 103.1, okay. this one going from 97, 97, okay. And if that is the case, then the midpoint, that one, okay. Okay, good. Don't worry, little creature, I'm almost done. There we go, that one. 7.107. Almost done, little creature. You have performed so well today. So well for me, so well. You know what, my little creature? You know what? Let me just double check here. Let me just double check my notes. Perfect, absolutely perfect. I do believe, my little creature, that I have got all the measurements that I need, and I've taken them all down, written them all down, you see, with my little pen, my little clipboard and paper there. Yes, I've got all the measurements that I need from you today, written them all down nice and neatly. Well, semi-neatly. You know, sometimes doctors, we have messy little handwriting, don't we? Messy little handwriting. But that's okay as long as I can understand the notes. That's the important thing. And that is why I must type them up now, okay? I must type them up nice and neatly so that all my colleagues can understand them. All my colleagues. We are absolutely so fascinated with you, little creature. I must say, myself and my colleagues, totally, utterly fascinated, captivated by you. Yes, indeed. You are quite the little specimen, little creature, little specimen. How wonderful. I'm just trying to neatly tidy up everything now. You know how I am. I like my office to be perfectly tidy. But this measuring tape, goodness me, it takes an absolute year. It takes a year to roll it back up, to make it into a neat little roly-poly. Indeed. It's okay, you know what, little creature? If you want, you can go now. That is the end of all the measuring and all the things that I really need you for today. So if you want, you can leave, but you know, you're also welcome to stay there. I'm just tidying up and then typing up my notes. You know, I'm going to type up my notes on my laptop, on my little laptop. So you can stay there if you'd like and relax a little bit, and then you can leave whenever you want. But you know, if you're also busy, you can leave right now. Maybe you have something you want to do. You have some sort of video game you want to play. Is that it, little creature? Do you play video games, little creature? Oh, what is your favorite video game, little creature? Tell me, let me know what is your favorite video game. What is mine? Probably something from the Zelda series, probably maybe so many great video games actually. Now that I think about it, so many, it's difficult to choose, Anyway, little creature. It was wonderful to see you yet again, little creature. Excellent job today. You stayed so perfectly still for me whilst I measured you, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're so well behaved. So well behaved. Oh, goodness me, I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Anyway, I'm going to go type up my notes now. So I'll say goodbye to you